What was it in the IT area in 2011 that I thought was important? Well, this could be pretty boring because I've been talking about this pretty endlessly the last little while because I think it's absolutely fascinating and also as part of my predictions of what will actually happen in the future. But I think the biggest development really is, well, there's actually probably two big developments, but one development is certainly the increasing analysis of the data that's actually streaming through into the internet from all sorts of sources, and people trying to make sense of that and put different things out there. So, for example, even back to the trivial, where there's a program or an application which takes all your Twitter streams or messages and tries to make a silly little message out of it that makes sort of sense that you might be your next Twitter. Analysing the number of ways that you've actually gone about trying to do a particular task, just through all the data, analysing what people are doing in terms of their emotions on Twitter, just trying to get all that data that's out there in terms of links, in terms of what people are actually clicking on, what people are actually searching for, what they're saying, what the messages are, putting all that together and starting to get some really interesting information that might actually inform people in terms of what they're doing and what they might do, what they want to do, are they influencing things. Just in a sense, it's big, not because it's actually been all that successful yet, but just that actually I think the awareness of that that data and what you might be able to do with it is beginning to emerge, and that's starting to have a real impact on what's emerging in terms of applications and things. So I think, to me, that is actually the big thing, and I just know in the future that's going to just get so big, and is one of my biggest predictions in terms of how there's going to be an impact on people in terms of where that's going to go. The other probably big thing for me is the private-public tussle in terms of how public should you be going, how much should you be sharing, how open should you be versus how private, and how much should information be constrained. Probably well summed up by Jeff Jarvis in his Public Parts book, which I haven't finished yet, but I'm going to review and will comment on. But that is a big issue, and certainly people becoming more aware of that dichotomy. Well, that's probably not a dichotomy, it's probably actually a continuum, and what that might mean for them individually and how it might actually mean for the way they actually work in the world, particularly with the real input of social networking and how that's actually moving with Google Plus and Facebook sort of facing off across the table from each other. So probably the two big things, sort of really software things as opposed to hardware. I think the hardware side of it, well, you've got your tablets, you've got your different sorts of PCs, you've got perhaps a decline of the ordinary PC, all those things, but that's really trivial compared to the software stuff, really. And basically the progress of the memory storage and the speed of computing and the type of forms like tablets and laptops and whatever, that's just an ongoing technological developmental thing. Not new, just progress really. So I don't see that as being a major thing for the year. The major thing I think is definitely in the software area, and I can see that actually continuing for quite some time. Clearly software has to leap off hardware, and as the hardware gets more sophisticated and able to handle more, the software will be able to be more sophisticated as well. But it's the software that we're actually going to actually look at in terms of any real advance, and I think this year 2011 has shown just how that is very, very much the case still. And so 2011, definitely a software year.